Anybody else in the room that requests that you don't video record, then you cannot video record.
Guess what? The answer is tough shit. No expectation of privacy in public.
Sir, that's enough. Okay?
That's not enough. I'll tell you when it's enough because you work for me. I don't work for you.
Remove your from the building.
No. That's a hard pass.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You need to relax.
I just want to make sure because you're shaking.
You need to take a chill pill. Sit down, relax, because you're not doing it. Those ladies in there are doing your town a great service.
Done here.
You're
can
not.
Leave now.
I'll stay as long as I want. I'm in a public building and I'm continuing to do work. You can't trespass me from public absent a crime, which none exists. Swear words are protected speech, ruled over and over again by the Supreme Court since the early 1970s, right? Which you're going as you're traveling up Creek, keep your paddle. Just don't mess with me. I'm not here to mess with you. I just told you had an unconstitutional sign. They agreed. Someone else had told them the same thing. They took the sign down. We're working together. Now you're here telling me that I can only film if someone gives me permission to. And you're the town administrator. You know how asinine that sounds? So instead of talking to me, just go back and do your job, man. This guy, he's explained to us that to film in a public place, you do need people's permission. And then he explained to us that I told him that, to say something like that, it's basically like traveling up creek without a paddle. It doesn't make sense. And then he told me that I could leave the building. So I'm with John Danicola, and we go to the Greenland Town Hall in Greenland, New Hampshire. And when we arrive, we see this sign in the clerk's office when we go to do a records request. No videotaping allowed. Privacy. Sensitive information. Per New Hampshire Department of Safety Division of Motor Vehicles. New Hampshire's motto is the live free or die state, so this sign threw me off. John and I went from town hall to town hall. But regardless of how many town halls we went to and how many clerk's offices we visited, we couldn't find this sign or a sign like this anywhere else. Greenland was the only clerk's office with a sign like it, and the only clerk's office trying to restrict our rights to free speech or free press. So this stupid sign had John Danicola and I hitting the law books. And here's what he found. In some states, like Maine or New Hampshire, the local clerk's office at your city or town hall performs some limited DMV or registry of motor vehicle operations, like helping with licenses or license plates. Separately, the actual DMV or registry of motor vehicle has this law on the books. New Hampshire law prohibits the recording of driver's license information in electronic form without authorization from the Department of Motor Vehicles. However, it is permitted to record driver's license information in non-electronic form if the license holder consents. New Hampshire RSA 263.12 Section X says this law prohibits the recording, scanning, retaining, or storing of driver's license information in electronic form. So after we found this law last night, I spent over an hour speaking with my attorney this morning. And he's licensed to practice in New Hampshire. And he made it very clear. This law only prohibits you recording someone's driver's license information and then regurgitating that personal information that you obtained electronically from the driver's license. And this law is specific to the DMV or Registry of Motor Vehicles only. The law doesn't apply to the city or town clerk's office. It's a public place and a place that houses governmental function. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution gives us the right to record public officials within the capacity of their duties. Furthermore, a town hall is not a limited or non-public forum. We have the right to record, and the town clerk's office or the town government can't say that one person may enter the clerk's office, but another that's recording cannot, because at that point it's class and viewpoint discrimination. And that's why we didn't find that sign anywhere else. They took a sign that only applied to the DMV or Registry of Motor Vehicles, slapped it on their window, and ironically, the law they're quoting has nothing to do with not being able to record in public. It only has anything to do with recording driver's license information and then regurgitating it. And as you'll see in the video, the town administrator totally backtracks when he's called on this unconstitutional, unlawful, and nonsensical sign. He transitions from it being a DMV sign to protect driver's information and ultimately says that the sign is there to protect voters and voters' rights. Firstly, there's no voters in there. Secondly, it's not even voting season. And thirdly, how dumb do you have to be to use the DMV's name to try and restrict recording for voters when there are no voters or voting season? This town hall got a very healthy education. And shout out to the lady in the clerk's office. She admitted to us that other people and residents of the town had been complaining about that sign. So ultimately, she took one down, gave us permission to take the other one down, and said that recording in that office is always welcome. What's going on, guys? We're at the Greenland Town Hall. And police department, the entrance must be up front. I'm going to keep my camera down so they don't see me. With John Denicola. It says no video, but I have the right to record during my records request. Now, there was no driver's licenses, registry of motor vehicles, or Department of Motor Vehicles information out in the office at all at this time. But we did insert a blur effect over some of the information the deputy town clerk was working on for other unrelated town hall business. So, not my problem.
You got it. Thank you so much.
Hello, I need to do a records request.
A record request? What do you mean?
Yeah, like a
91A.
open 91A, an open records request.
I'm sorry, why is your camera towards me? What are you doing?
I'm filming my records request.
I don't understand.
I'm doing a records request.
Okay, I'm gonna have you talk to the clerk.
Okay. Now keep an eye out on the right side of your screen. The guy walking by is the town manager. He sees us filming, but he says nothing to us. He doesn't even talk about the sign until we bring it up to him later. In my professional opinion, this guy should be out of a job. This clerk was extremely helpful. She brought me a book with salaries for the wrong year, so I let her know, and she brought me the right one. This is fiscal ending 2022. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, here's 23.
No worries.
Somebody put it on spot.
Thank you.
Oh, here, you would have. It should be on page. Wow, this one's on page 70. It's almost.
They're usually on the
Yeah.
same pages.
That's all the audit stuff. Keep coming. It's the very last thing before they're done.
Yep, got it. Perfect. Thank you. And we find what we normally do when we're looking through budgets. Aside from the town administrator, the highest paid town employee is at about $40,000 per year salary. But the lowest paid police employee is double that, at just a patrolman's position. So we continue to gather and collect the information that we need for the story that we're working on. So we go through the books and track down all the information that's necessary to our story. And in walks the town administrator again to take a peek at what we're doing. But this time up at bat is same as the last time. He has nothing to say about his unlawful and nonsensical sign, a sign that doesn't even apply to this building or to what we're doing. He only has time to offer us a glancing scowl. Okay, Michelle, yeah, so my writing's not the best, but I'm just looking for the total amount of lawsuits filed against Rye in the last 3 years.
This is Greenland.
Greenland, I'm sorry. I wrote Rye. I was just driving through. I can amend it. Sorry, I was just over there having lunch.
Okay.
Initialed it. The dollar amount of those, and then a copy of the town manager's contract, please.
Okay, dokie. So what do we have, like 24 hours to do this?
5 days.
5 days. Okay.
Business
so where
days.
is this, so it's the AFA2
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just email it to you.
Yeah, that'll be great.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
So we're done here. It's time to talk to the town administrator about that ridiculous sign.
It's like a quaint little place, isn't it?
Yeah. Town clerk's office. They don't know they can't say. Where is the town administrator? This office. Okay, perfect.
What do you need?
I'm just going to talk to the town administrator, ask about one of the policies and the signs. I think he's in, right? Did he just walk in?
No, you can't just walk in.
No, I said I think he just walked in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you are.
My name's Good Citizen. Thank you. I feel like I'm getting attitude. I'm not even being mean to people. I was very polite.
I'll be with you in just a minute.
Thank you. Oh man, this is a pretty penny.
What's that?
The Samsung inverters.
Yeah.
I'm replacing the splits in my house. And I was looking at Samsung just because I'm a fan.
I'm not.
Not cheap, no?
I'm not a Samsung fan. I had a Samsung TV, and I had the Discovery Channel that you do the app through it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't cancel it.
Hey, Steve. Yes, please. I was just wondering, I saw the sign there. It said no videotaping allowed.
Yes, sir.
So I was just inquiring about that. Obviously, I videotaped in there that sign. I mean, if you go into it's not like a DMV, it's a town clerk's office. You have the right to video or audio record your transactions or whatever your business is. So I think that sign would...
Not in a public space if it's signed like that. Because
Yeah, it
public
doesn't-
information can be transferred over video.
A noble quest from this town administrator, wanting to make sure that people's personal information is protected. But take a look at this secretary's desk. And no suspicious sign saying we can't film here, despite her desk being littered with information. The only ruling for that that's ever been enacted is the Social Security Administration, because the argument was made to the Supreme Court that in a place that houses so much personal information, there's no reasonable way to keep it private, but absolutely can record in a city clerk's office. You can record any of your business. If it was a private
You can
office...
take it to the Secretary of State's, but that's their recommendation for voting rights and privileges. But that's their recommendation for voting rights and privileges. But that's their recommendation for voting rights and privileges.
Okay, Steve. I wouldn't take it to the Secretary of State. If I was going to take it anywhere, I would take it to the Attorney General. But we'll give you one of the several breaks we're going to give you for being so stupid. And look how the narrative has changed. At first, the sign was there under a DMV law. Now it has nothing to do with the DMV. Now it has to do only with voters' laws and rights. So now Department of Registry Motor Vehicles writes laws for voters? And he also lies and says that sign was placed at the direction from the Secretary of State. Number one, if that was the case, that sign would be up in every single clerk's office in the state of New Hampshire. Secondly, later on he's going to tell us that the Secretary of State didn't put that sign up at all, or direct anyone to do it. The previous clerk, who has since retired, put that sign up herself, on her own, by her onesie.
Yeah, but we're not talking voting. You're talking about a public area.
Yeah, but people have public information that they don't want.
Whose duty is it to protect that information? Mine or yours?
The town clerks.
That's right. So if it's on them to
So if they allow you to come in and videotape.
So now the scenario's changed yet again. First, it's a DMV law because they do some minor DMV stuff in the clerk's office. Then it transfers to a DMV law, but the sign is only there to protect voters, even though there's no voting happening. And it's not even voting season. Two, it's not really a law, it's only a suggestion, and that sign is really null as long as the clerk allows you to film. And not only did the clerk allow us to film, she took the signs down and had us help her take another one down. So why is this conversation even happening? And why did you call the cops, Steve?
Well,
they don't get to allow me. The Constitution allows me. So that's why I went in there despite that sign.
Only if it's signed properly, and that's properly signed.
It's not proper. Well, first of all, it's not, because it's not citing a code. It's not citing an ordinance. And the reason it's to be a legal sign, it has to cite a code or an ordinance. The reason it's not citing a code or an ordinance is because there is none in existence. Like, I mean, you have the right to record government officials in the capacity of their duties. You also have the ability to record your own records request in business. So you can't tell me that in the town clerk's office, when I'm conducting a records request, when the government and the Supreme Court has ruled over and over that I can, that you decided to put up a sign saying that I can't. So originally, the only reason I was talking to you is because I wanted to know if you knew how big of a liability that sign is. Like, who told you to put that up?
That was put up by the former town clerk for records request by the Secretary of State's office because...
Wait, what? What does that even mean? That was put up by the former town clerk for records requests by the Secretary of State's office. That's like a nonsensical run-on double compound sentence. The former town clerk put it up for records requests by the Secretary of State's office. My name's Steve. Me speak good. Nice. That's what a $200,000 salary looks like right there.
Of public information in voting rights.
Okay, so I would like to request a call. Was that an email, a memo?
It was 2 years ago. I don't know where it came
About 2 years ago? All right, so I'm going to go. I just want to go request a copy of whatever that communique was. Because I don't know if I'm home alone.
You can send me a request and I will get it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just going to go back in and fill it out. I just gave them the records request. I'll just build on it. That's fine. All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
I had one more document I needed to request.
On this paper?
I can add it to that if that makes it easy. Just supplement it.
Okay.
Now, I don't know, according to I was asking the town manager, there's a sign on the door that said no recording, private information, and I was just explaining to him that the only time the Supreme Court has ruled any place can be kept camera free is like the Social Security Administration, because no reasonable person can expect to keep all that information private. But everyone has the right to record their capacities, especially if they're dealing with government or filling out records requests. Like, I can come in here and record that, and I normally do, just because, you know, government's busy, you've got a lot of work to do, and sometimes those records requests go missing. So I know that if I go back in my video, I can say I filed X records request. So that sign is a liability in itself. So he said that there was a directive or something that came to the town clerk, the former town clerk, about 2 years ago. Right.
And New Hampshire Department of Safety. It's the motor vehicle part of it.
Right. So, but the problem is it can't be restricted on a class. Like, even in Department of Motor Vehicles, like, you can go in and film, but to have a restriction of authorized access or prohibition of rights, there needs to be an ordinance or a law. So it would say no videotaping allowed, private sensitive information per Department of Safety, you know, law 12A subsection 3. This is just a sign for all intents and purposes that someone put up because they wanted to make sure no one's coming in here and recording people's social security numbers or checks, which is not my purpose. I'm just doing a records request. However, some people might decide not to engage in their First Amendment right, which they have every right to do, thinking that in this office they don't have the ability to. So I'm just trying to, I know it's not you guys, I'm just trying to track down where this communique came from, so then I can kind of follow that trail to figure out who eventually sent it. The town manager said some sort of communication, maybe an email or a memo landed here with the old administration.
She's retired, so, and I just kept it up. She literally was here yesterday, so.
Okay. So I understand.
I'll ask her. But I think she said that Department of Safety, I think it was just for the motor vehicles, because that's a private thing, and they usually. Right,
which is like, but then even if you go into New Hampshire's Division of Motor Vehicles, because obviously you know that most town halls offer the vehicle registration, motor vehicle services within the town hall. It was figured out over 10 years ago that if you're stopping Citizen A from recording their business with government officials in the capacity of their duties to supplement the privacy of person B, we're now violating one person's inalienable rights to make another person more comfortable. which is the reason I was surprised. So you might have no response to my records, which is fine. I'm just gonna write, any directive, email, facsimile, whatever that might pertain to this. Yes, please.
In layman's terms, man, what you're doing is what they call viewpoint discrimination. You can't violate one person's right to protect another person's rights. Unfortunately, that's what we've come down to, and it's an overreach. And what they're talking about at the DMV has to deal with the stuff that's at the counter or beyond the counter, right? And whose duty to protect that information? Those are the people that work at the DMV.
Right, but I think if we had something, like if there was a customer here, and you were filming, and I was asking their date of birth, that's not. Well,
I understand that, and agree. Listen, far be it from me to tell you. Listen, I'm just saying at the end of the day, that's something that the person that comes into the Department of Motor Vehicles, they have to protect their own information, and that worker that works with the DMV should help protect that information. Granted, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not our style. We're not looking for that information. But unfortunately, the way the world is, this is it. And when you start picking and choosing who can and who can't, that's when you come into that viewpoint discrimination.
It's a fine line.
It's a very
and the
fine
other thing
line.
is I've been doing this for so long. I literally I don't come in, stick my camera in your face. I don't yell at you and act all crazy to try and get a viral video. I come in, I do my job as respectfully as I'm treated, and I leave. There's some people, this is a small town, that would come in and see that sign and they would say, "Thank you so much." They would contact their attorney, who's probably not as good as mine, and they would sue for a class restriction.
It's funny you say that because somebody else did. I can't remember. Somebody else, a citizen, a resident, said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and it wouldn't be something that the town's council, you'd have to pay a boatload, because I'm sure a small town like this doesn't have corporation councils,
So you're
probably
saying
third
this
party.
is a violation of...
Yeah, because...
Absolutely, because I understand there's sensitive information, you guys got checks in here, and all that's important.
God.
Beautiful.
Now you don't even need that. Now you don't even need that.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to save you from the guy that's going to come in here, because then you know what's going to happen? Right. Your lawyer is going to say, all right, well, let's settle with them. We can't go to trial. We'll lose. And then you guys are paying out anywhere from $10,000 to $17,000 from a sign that was put up with the best intentions that didn't necessarily mimic the law.
And I will say this:
you're wonderful.
A lot of states have come to the point where now they're getting so frustrated with this stuff. What they're doing is I
always tell people check
attorneys'
with town council. They'll tell you the same
to
thing.
the party, the winning party. So now
now this fantastic town clerk gives us permission to remove the other sign that's on the door when you enter. This is how government and citizens can work together. A far cry from their head honcho, Steve. Can I get the one on that door too, and I'll just bring it to you?
Having to bring in a lawyer to represent.
Because it's on this door, not the...
Now you got to pay the other
I'll get
person's
it.
attorney.
I got permission?
Yeah.
Okay. She says I can get this sign for her.
It's that fine line.
I don't have good nails. My wife's got good nails. She goes to all the time.
Most people wouldn't take the time to listen, and we appreciate that at least,
Oh, I can't get it off. I have the nails for
take care of it.
She's looking at me like, oh, what's he doing? She's tearing the sign off.
But yeah.
It's okay. We got permission. You're fine. It's good to go. I promise. I got it for you. I was working hard. I didn't want you guys. You ladies are very nice. I didn't want you to do anything you didn't have to do. Hey, Steve. I'm sorry? I can when I have permission to. They gave me permission to take the sign down. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just very nice. I'm just trying to save. These ladies don't want to have the headache. I got it for you. I don't want you to have to do anything extra. You're working so hard. Yeah, it's coming. I got it.
So now we don't need email, fax, letter, or communication?
No, ma'am. No, you can X that out. If you'd like me to initial it, I can.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna draw lines through this. And I'm gonna write. So I emailed that and I'll put the date. And just everything else is fine.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much. You ladies are fantastic.
No worries.
I know it can be taboo, people coming in with a camera, but
It
honestly,
just caught me off guard.
I get it.
I don't even know what this is.
and listen, we're the good guys. We can save towns money. You know what I mean? You're fantastic. You work in government and you have a smile. You're already ahead of the game.
I know, but
I'm gonna finish getting this off so it's not all icky on you.
that's all right. I get it done.
See? Wow, we're making some progress here. Do you want this, or do you want me to keep it in the trash?
Yeah, you can keep it in the trash.
Okay. I'm gonna show it to my camera, then I'll throw it away again, just showing what a great job. Greenland Town Clerk's Office, doing a fantastic job. I don't know, I think a raise should be in order. I saw their salaries. I'm just saying.
Oh, wait.
Do you want it?
No.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. She's telling me yes, she's telling me no.
I said we're hot and cold, hot and cold.
Hot potato. Thank you very much, ladies. You are fantastic.
Take care of yourself.
You too. Have a good day.
We'll reestablish the sign with the code and the ordinance as stated.
There is no ordinance. You're not going to be able to do it, buddy.
Through the Attorney General's office, just like
That's
stated
fine.
in
And you know what I'm
Secretary
going
of
to
State.
do? I'm going to come back and I'm going to record in there.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
There's no-
And I can tell you this much. I won't sit there and I won't, listen, I have no issue with you. If you want to try and trespass me at that point, I will take that trespass and then we'll let the courts fight it out. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to cost you.
Now I'm about to step up and talk to this town administrator. And he is about to blow a complete gasket. Lip quivering, hand shaking. This guy is going to literally explode.
And if there's anybody else in the room that requests that you don't video record, then you
Then,
cannot video
guess what? The
record.
answer is tough. There's no expectation of privacy in
Sir,
public.
sir, that's enough.
There's
okay?
not enough. I'll tell
We're
you
done.
when it's enough because
You do
you
not
work
need to
for
start
me.
using that
I don't work
language.
for you.
And remove your from the building.
No.
You shaking.
That's a hard
You all right?
pass.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You need to
I just
relax.
want to make sure because you're shaking.
You
And
can
then-
be-
You need to take
Stop the
a
water.
chill pill. Sit down, relax, because you're not doing it. Those ladies in there are doing
Gentlemen,
your town a great
we're
service.
done here. You
You're
can
not.
leave now.
I'll stay as long as I want. I'm in a public building and I'm continuing to do work. You can't trespass me from public absent a crime, which none exists. Swear words are protected speech, ruled over and over again by the Supreme Court since the early 1970s, right? Which you're going as you're traveling up, freak. Keep your paddle. Just don't mess with me. I'm not here to mess with you. I just told you had an unconstitutional sign. They agreed. Someone else had told them the same thing. They took the sign down. We're working together. Now you're here telling me that I can only film if someone gives me permission to. And you're the town administrator. You know how asinine that sounds? So instead of talking to me, just go back and do your job, man. Or
And
try to
you
do
are
it.
welcome to leave
And try
at
it.
any point.
We do
Whenever
have-
I want.
We do have some public in the building, so.
Go ahead, yeah, no worries.
If you can just tone it down.
I haven't raised my voice. So to be disorderly, I would have to be loud, violent, and tumultuous. Now you've raised your voice and your hands are shaking, but I've maintained the same tone the whole time. So I do appreciate the try. Have a good day.
Okay.
I gotta be honest with you. He's the nice one. You're wrong. And that's what really concerns me is the fact that you're wrong. And you're not willing to just accept the fact that people have the right to do that. And even if somebody is next to them, their right doesn't overrule mine. That's where the problem comes in. That's why it's viewpoint discrimination. Don't you get that?
I don't think he cares because he's uneducated. He doesn't know. He's not willing to stretch his mind to learn something new. Hi, Paul.
How we doing?
Firefighter?
Captain, yeah.
Thanks for your service to the community.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate the firefighters.
I didn't know if you need me for anything. Looks like we're all set.
Officer, how are you?
How you doing? What's going on, guys?
This guy, he's explained to us that to film in a public place, you do need people's permission. And then he explained to us that I told him that, to say something like that, it's basically like traveling up creek without a paddle. It doesn't make sense. And then he told me that I could leave the building because I'm not allowed to swear. And he didn't realize that was protected speech either, because I'm not being loud, violent, or tumultuous, so it doesn't rise to disorderly conduct, because intent is a big part of what someone does.
And we tried to explain to the gentleman that he had some signs up here that said you couldn't record in the clerk's office here because of DMV. And when I tried to explain to him that what he's doing is he's creating an issue for lawsuits, because what that does is that creates what they call viewpoint discrimination.
Or class discrimination.
Right?
I guess where
The secretaries took it
young
down.
ladies behind here in the clerk's office, they listened to what we had to say, they understood, and somebody else from the public came in and informed them of the same thing that we did.
Yeah.
So they took the signs down, and they told him he could take the signs down, and that's when this gentleman decided to go a little haywire.
No, then that's good. You want to record, you can record, until the point of it comes disruption to the operations.
Well, let
And that
me
type of
explain
thing.
Yeah.
something to
We're
you.
not,
Let me
I'm not
explain.
suggesting that that's what.
I know, Lieutenant, and I appreciate you being so professional.
At the end of the day, we could sit here all
You didn't
day
get what he
long
wanted.
Yeah.
and record, and you can't
Record, the
turn.
recording's not the issue.
Yeah, but the problem here is what you're saying is, if you become a disruption, what you're trying to do is you're trying to turn a constitutionally protected activity
Absolutely
into
not.
a crime.
No,
And we just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
I think
We're
what
on
he,
the
I
same
think what he's saying, if I might, because I never stick up for the cops. In this
Can you
situation,
just do me a favor, just so the door.
oh yeah, I think what
I don't know
L,
if the phone's gonna get hit there.
Oh,
That's
right, how about right here?
That's perfect.
I think what
Thank
LT is trying to say that fill
No,
to
no.
our heart's content, but if there's an issue where disorderly conduct, people are
Well, if it
yelling,
was to arise
something
to
like that,
something
like
else causing a
for
disturbance or
like
not
for
allowing
example,
the day-to-day operations.
like for
Oh, no,
example,
we
what the
would
town
never do that.
Exactly.
Like
That's
what
what
the
I'm
town
saying.
manager was just doing.
Yeah.
Yelling at us and trying to step on our rights.
Right.
But LT, I appreciate it.
So, he is a new town administrator, new to the job, so.
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah.
you know, everything's a learning curve.
We're just trying, like, there's people that come in here, you know, you've dealt with it before, I'm sure. You've been in
Oh, yeah.
law enforcement.
Yeah, all the
So
time.
people come in and they wanna shove the cameras in your face, they wanna yell at you, they wanna like put their hands in their pockets, they're looking for a reaction.
Yeah.
I came in very nicely, spoke to them, didn't have an issue with them.
I
think
got
that
no complaint from
He
that.
got like really heightened and he's like, no, you're not, I was like, sir, listen, you're arguing with me over something that there's no point. Long run is like, if you have something that violates someone's rights, I'm not here to sue, right? But if you get one of those people that are real aggressive, they'll come in, they'll take one look at that sign, and then the next thing you know, your corporation counsel that you have to pay a boatload of money for is now helping you pay out 15 to 17 grand that you didn't have in the budget.
I mean, sure, I've been doing 25 years, I didn't even know it was a sign.
Yeah, we're just a little sign, they took it
Well,
down.
you know, and here's the thing too, and I was explaining this to these young ladies here, is a lot of states now, what they're doing is when you end up having to go to court and fight these arguments, right? What's happening is the losing party ends up having to pay
Yeah,
not
all the
only
expenses.
for those attorneys,
Both
but
ends.
the other.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that, in some states, you're right, they can, that can be a request made to the court, and the judge can order it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why we're trying to help him avoid that situation, and unfortunately.
It's the problem is like, you're super professional, like, cause you've seen,
Try to be.
you've seen it all, or at least most of it, right? Like, you know when you're going into a situation, like, I think everyone's calm, but realistically, the person who should be most calm, the town administrator, the representative in the local government, is going out of his way to like, tell us we can't do something that you're protecting our rights, our constitution, you know, friends and soldiers that like have paid that ultimate price, like, they didn't do it lightly, and I take great umbrage when someone wants to, you know, kind of tread on that sacrifice a little bit, but I appreciate your professionalism today. I'm gonna go thank them, we're not gonna be here much longer, but I appreciate it. And your body camera is running, LT?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
You know what, I apologize, because I clicked it on and I meant, because I was focused on you guys, I should have said, hey, let you know it's running.
I'm used to looking, I saw the light flashing, but
it's going.
Axon changed over 10 years ago where that light wouldn't flash and it was recording, and I'm not good enough to know the newer or the older
You know what, you'll
models.
see it,
So.
you hear it, you'll zzz, or
Yeah.
make a little tweet, but yes, absolutely.
Appreciate it, LT. I'm just going to thank these young ladies here. Ladies, I want to thank you again for your professionalism.
So after speaking to the town administrator behind closed doors, and after appearing to shut his body cam off, we decide to go into the clerk's office to see what he's
Have a
talking
happy new
about there.
2025. Yep, you too. It's cold out there. Bundle up. All right. Well, now that the town.
I'm sorry?
Now that the town, I'm just talking, I'm narrating. Now, monologuing. Now that the town administrator found out that he was wrong, and he looked like a total moron, now is where I take great umbrage. Your father served this nation faithfully.
Bronze Star.
Okay, a lot of my friends have, family has. I do what I do because I love my country and I love my Constitution and I love my flag. And I have some moron like Steve Smith trying to tell me how to public.
I'm a little concerned because the LT is he was walking in, shut his body camera off.
Yeah, well, we'll have to records request it. He's going in there to try and pat his ego, tell him it's okay. I mean, listen, I'm nice. This is an open meeting room, and I haven't even gone in there because people are having a meeting. They do parasailing at Hampton Beach?
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay. I didn't think that parasailing was anything other than like an island vacation destination type deal. Am I wrong to think that? I just didn't know. I didn't know. Like if you go to like, you know, Aruba, Bahamas, whatever, you go parasailing, all that good stuff. Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
It's cold out there, huh?
yeah, I think so.
Let's try this again.
Man, that guy was shaking.
Dude, I thought he was going to have a stroke like that.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Mm-hmm. I want to see what he's got to say in there.
First time I've seen everyone since they've been moved.
New different jobs. You got it?
Exciting.
You got it.
I wonder if he has those new Samsung inverters in the police department. Those Samsung splits, the air conditioning units,
Oh,
those are nice.
I don't know.
Those are nice.
So the police officer went back into the town manager's office, apparently shutting his body camera off, then came back into the clerk's office, holding a stack of papers that said State of New Hampshire. Apparently he was looking up the law that we already knew and had explained to everybody. Glad to be of service.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. But you don't want to stay that long, right?
No, we,
We
well.
need to request that body camera.
Yeah, I gotta grab it.
I think he came. I think he came in here to
Sign here.
solicit. I don't know.
I know.
But I'm about ready. I want to check out.
Well, we're gonna stop next door.
Oh, this is all the social media for like all the area social media, like Seacoast,
cool.
stay-at-home moms.
Goodness gracious.
This is actually pretty cool. Where I live, you go into town hall, they don't have like a who's who, where to go and what to do in the area type thing.
Yeah.
So. Did he go back? And I don't like to go before they do.
I think he's already.
I think he's in there.
Maybe.
All right, Charlotte, have a good day.
You too. Thanks for stopping.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Take care.
I'm pretty sure. I thought he came up this way. I thought he went back next door. But...
I'm putting this back so someone else can take it. I just don't remember where I got it from.
First thing he did when he first thing he did when he walked into that office is he shut his body camera off.
Yeah, we gotta request that. We should be able to see if he's in there right there. Alright guys, we'll catch you on the next one, and that's the reason I stopped you today.
Now, despite this cop appearing to do his job, we thought we left after he did. He was still inside talking to the town administrator. We killed the camera, and he walked out and recorded our license plate. And who knows why cops do what they do. Maybe so he could know who he was talking to. Maybe to save for later. To unlawfully charge us with some future non-crime. But we appreciate the town clerk's office. They recognized the sign was unconstitutional, then been told by another resident previously the same thing they were told by us, that the sign's unlawful. They recognize the huge disparity surrounding the sign, with the sign saying it's in regards to DMV, when they're a clerk's office and not a DMV. The town manager saying the sign was for voting rights. Just none of it made sense, so they took the sign down, gave us permission to take the other one down, and welcome filming in their office at any time. So shout out to the town clerks, and shout out to John Danicola. His channel link will be in the description of this video. Check him out, and until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today.